Review Activity 9-5, Pressure Conversions. And I've got a table here, which is the same one in your book on page 108. It's the exact same table as what I'm showing here under the camera. Pressure is measured using many different units. It is often necessary to be able to convert between different units. For the following, convert the given pressure to the desired units. Not all units are given in the table. Okay, so we're going to just do a bunch of unit conversions, in other words. It says, what is the equivalent of 2.1 psi gauge when reported in kilograms per square centimeter? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with what I have. So my unit is pounds per square inch, there it is. And I want to go over to kilograms per square meter, and that's the first one. Right here, 0.07. So I'm just going to multiply my 2.1 times 0.07031, and I get this long number, and you don't need to take it out to this many decimal places, 0.147651. Okay, number 2. What is the equivalent of 2300 millimeters water column when reported in inches of water column? And let's see, do we see millimeters of water column over here? Kilograms? No, we don't. So this is really a straightforward deal, and all we need to know is how many inches are in 2300 millimeters. And there's an exact conversion, if you've done this, 25.4 millimeters equals 1 inch, and that's exact. So I can make this into a form of 1. So I've got 2300 millimeters. So I see that I want millimeters in the denominator, so if I divide both sides by this, I get 1 inch over 25.4 millimeters, and then I'm going to have the answer of about 90. So I get the number 90.55. So basically we just take it and we use our unit conversion techniques we've already been using. Okay, number 3, what is the equivalent of 85.3 inches water column when reported in PSI gauge? Now don't let that confuse you, the fact that they're saying it's in gauge. We're just going to go ahead and go down our table. We got inches of water column. Let's see. So here it is right here, and then we want to go over to pounds per square inch. So all I have to do is take my 85.3 and multiply it by this number, 0.0361, and I'm going to get a number something like 3.079. So number 4, what is the equivalent of 100 psig when reported in bar? So let's go to the table. Here's pounds per square inch. 1 pound per square inch is equal to 0.06895. So I just take 100 times this number, and that's going to be my answer. So the answer is going to be 6.895. Okay, number 5. What is the equivalent of 75.2 psi gauge when reported in kilopascal? So here's my table. Pounds per square inch. And I'm just going to go over here to kilopascal. So 1 psi is equal to 6.895 kilopascal. So I just take 75.2 and multiply by this number, and you get a number of 518.5, thereabouts. Okay, number 6. What's the equivalent of 7.13 kilograms per square centimeter when reported in PSIG? So do we have kilograms per square centimeter? We do. It's this first one. So I'm going from this to PSIG, and there it is right there. So I'm just going to take my 7.13 number times 14.22, and I'm going to end up with 101.34, just about. Okay, number 7. What is the equivalent of 15 inches of mercury when reported in PSIG? So here's 1 inch of mercury is equal to 0.4912. So I just take 15 times 0.4912 and I get 7.368. Okay, we're going through these pretty quick. They're pretty straightforward. Let's see, we got 3 more to go. What is the equivalent of 12.7 inches mercury when reported in inches of water column? So we're going to start with inches of mercury and then we're going to go over to inches of water. And here it is right here. And that's actually the specific gravity of mercury as well. So we just take 12.7 multiplied by 13.61. The answer is 172.8. What is the equivalent of 1.5 psi G when reported in inches of water column? So 1 pound per square inch is equal to 27.7 inches of water column. So I just multiply those and I get 41.55. Number 10. What is the equivalent of 23.3 kilopascals when reported in bar? So kilopascals, and here's the bar, is 0.01. So I just multiply that number by 0.01. 23.3 times 0.01. And Pascal's a pretty simple unit of pressure. It basically means 1 Newton per square meter is a Pascal, and a Newton is just a unit of force in metric. So it's really just like pounds per square inch, because pounds is a unit of force, Newton's is a unit of force. Square inch is the area, or square meter is the area. And we can see the conversion unit here. 1 psi equals 6.895 kilopascal. All right, that wraps it up for 9-5.